Do it, Shelby.
Don't tell me what to do. I am a grown man. Anyways, what is up, people? This is going to be our Springtime Watch Fest with your host, Shelby, over here. And we got...
Alec to his left.
Yes.
This is Sergio.
Technically, you are both to my left.
He's more to your right.
Yeah.
Sure.
But what? No, what? I'm facing... He's to my left. Anyways.
In the video.
Whatever.
Stop. Keep going, Shelby.
We're going to go ahead and...
Alec doesn't know his left or right. It's fine.
Talk about the spring season and how lovely it's going to be for us, or especially
because
for me.
Because the flowers, right?
Because
and my allergies.
Of flowers, the pollen, and the overabundance of great anime.
Yes, that is why.
Yeah. So
it's the real reason why.
Springtime youth.
Yeah. Everybody. So let's go ahead and kick it off with one of my favorite shows, one of Sergio's favorite shows, is Food Wars. Food Wars is back.
I'm not caught up.
Yeah, you are not caught up. But it is. They picked up at like mid season 3, because I guess it was a mid season 3 finale. I thought it was just the end of season 3.
Yeah.
And they were just like, no, this is episode 13 now. I was like, okay. And of course, a new food dish immediately. I thought it was going to be like a
new food dish.
Yeah, they always do like a new
just kidding.
Food dish every episode.
What was it?
It was egg based.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about it.
Egg based.
Yeah. the way he described
it's always egg based.
No, it's not always egg based.
It's always
you have like
egg-based.
the character who cooks meat. You have the character who like smokes stuff. You have the character who
you use fermented stuff. The witch.
Yeah, the one who uses like fermented items. The Indian
scientist
dude who uses the spices. Like
I'm joking around.
It's a crazy roster.
It's a good
of
anime. I
characters.
actually really enjoy
it's a great
Food
show.
Wars. I've said many times that I like Food Wars.
And I've made a couple of the things from the show, and they do not look as tasty as they do in the
never does
in the show.
In real life.
Never does.
IRL.
But it is delicious. I kind of like, even though I'm allergic to eggs, I want to make the dish that they made in the show.
So you're liking this first episode?
I'm liking the first episode only because like what catches me for the show. I don't really care.
The show's
about the story.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't really care about the story. It's just like the animation is like top quality,
really good, and
it is the fact that they're always making something different. Like they're not going back and just be like, oh, you remember that taco we made? Let's make another taco. And that's kind of like what the show is rebelling against at this point in the story. Like the school is trying to get them all to make one type of dish, and they have to perfect that dish to a certain recipe. Like they're all supposed to follow this, but you have that one little group, that club that the main character belongs to, Yukimura. Is it Yukimura? Yukihara? I don't remember. But the main character, he's like, cooking should be free and it's fun.
Yeah.
And then they kind of like talk about it. They're like, do you ever know what you're going to cook like before you start cooking? He's like, no, I just start cooking and then I figure it out like halfway through. He's like, it's 50% like unpredictability, and he's like, it's 50% fun, so you just keep doing it. And I was like, that's kind of cool. Like he never knows what he's going to make. Like he's always just improvising, and it's free and it's fun loving, and that's kind of just like the feeling of the entire show. Like the show kind of feels improvised.
It's definitely a nice break
fun.
from like the serious anime that's out there. Like
that's
what I love about anime, is like it gives you all the feels, but Food Wars is straight just like fun.
Yeah,
just a fun.
Every
anime.
time they eat the food, like their clothes like blow off, and that happened again in this episode.
I love
like,
when
her clothes blew off.
The old man who's like the leader of the school.
And
whenever his shirt gets blown off, like, oh, it must be a great dish. And they're like, his shirt didn't even get blown off.
Like it was already off or something.
So they like acknowledge the fact that their clothes just get blown off.
Well, no, there was one time like his shirt didn't blow off, but his underwear did.
It's so ridiculous.
And then he was like, he was so amazed by it, but everybody was so underwhelmed because his shirt didn't get like.
Somehow that show is like borderline not pervy with its ecchi, because it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very expressive. It's very expressive.
What else we got?
My Hero Academia.
I knew you were gonna go there. We're gonna go there. Well, another show. I don't even watch that show. So.
I love the show. But
how was the premiere? Let's talk. How was the premiere specifically? That episode.
This was my thing. Was that the show came back?
Because it's huge.
It was huge.
Biggest show ever.
One of the most popular shonen animes right now.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've quick overview how I watched it was like in the shop. My coworker used to watch it, so I've seen like a bunch of episodes of 1 and 2, but I've never followed it. So I feel really bad like just jumping in, but I
Yeah.
know what's going on in the show.
You could literally watch this episode and it tells
Maybe
you
I'll
about
just jump
the show.
in because I've seen a lot of
because
both
that's
seasons.
that's what this season premiere was. It was definitely like a filler episode because like they go to the pool instead of it being like the beach. Like it's a bikini episode.
Nice.
And it's your mandatory shonen series needs to have at least one pool day or
Right.
beach day.
One vacation day.
Yeah. So they do that, and in the midst of them doing that, they're basically just having like a bunch of callbacks, and they're just like, "Yeah, no, this is how far we've grown," and blah blah blah. And I remember sending you guys like a very extensive text, and my apologies by the way, because that was a very long series of texts. But it was cool seeing this because you're like, "Wow, these characters don't suck anymore." Like you actually get to see them grow, and yes, there is a main character. The main character's name is Midoriya, also known as Deku. However, there is a huge roster of characters.
They're all very interesting. Very interesting backstories.
Yes, that all have their own upbringing, their own.
I think that's why
challenges,
some people
it's
love it because
very
they
good.
like pick a character to relate to.
Yeah, yeah.
And
like
that's why you see so many awesome cosplays of each character because like each character
my favorite
stands
character
out.
isn't even Midoriya. I like the frog chick.
The frog chick.
Yeah, Froppy.
Nice.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
She's pretty dope.
You would like this anime.
I tried watching it. I never got into
Oh,
it.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you won't. Maybe you won't.
No.
I like it. It's good. It's fun anime.
Yeah, I like it. It's really fun. You just pick a character like you said and just follow it. And then there's another character who is like trying to pick up his brother's legacy because his brother's like a very renowned hero, but his brother gets injured, so he takes over his brother's like name as that superhero because they have the same powers. So I thought that was actually kind of a cool story too, because he goes from being like this very prideful student to like, oh, my brother got injured. Now it's just like I'm all about like making my brother's legacy known and still keep going. So I thought that was really cool too.
Another anime that just came out, so many premieres are going on, is Tokyo Ghoul.
Yes.
Which I was a huge fan of season 1. I
Came
just recently caught up on season 2. I get why so many people hated it and so many people liked it.
Weirdly enough, it was called Tokyo Ghoul Route A. So I guess the manga was Route B.
Yeah, that's the canon, right?
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
So season 2 was supposed to be the same storyline, but just a different.
No, it's a completely different storyline.
storyline.
Like basically,
Yeah.
there's a choice that the character has to make at the end
In
of season 1
to basically go bad or be a good guy.
Yeah, he
essentially.
either joins the group that was torturing him.
Yeah.
Or he destroys them. Logic says that he destroys them. That's Route B.
Yeah.
He joins the group in the anime.
Yeah,
that's
which
Route A.
was interesting, but it was just like I understand, like he was tortured. Like this anime is really gory. He was like tortured to all hex, and like I get why he was like the most emo person ever. But in season 2, I swear to God, I've counted like maybe 10 lines. Like he was the most boring character ever. It wasn't bad. It was just very slow. And then so season 3, it opens like totally different. Basically, Kaneki was back. He has another personality because they kind of hit towards that in season 2 and season 1 that he like
well, his personality definitely split. He went from being like this crybaby character
to like this weird
to
like
this super crazy like I'm gonna rip your arms off and eat you character.
So there's now a third personality after the events of season 2. I don't want to spoil too much. It's a great anime. I would say definitely watch it. But he goes through in season 2 at the end. He goes through another thing that's
traumatic
thing. Experience.
Yeah.
That it basically splits his personality in a third one, which is like the good side, and he's basically. It's way more action packed. It's
cool. It's
way
cool.
more stuff's going on.
Yeah.
It's cool. I liked it.
It's cool because like in the first episode you see that like he's definitely having this inner battle with his personality.
That was the coolest part.
Like the white haired Kaneki is trying to consume the personality that he is now. Hase.
Hase. Is that was he?
I think it's Hase.
They have their own names.
Hisei or something like that.
Hisei, something like that.
But he's trying to consume this other personality. He's like saying like, no, let me do this.
You need me to be strong.
It made me think about Batman Arkham Knight, where like the Joker was trying to take over and all that stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a cool callback because the whole point of Kaneki joining the bad side was like for strength, was to become strong.
Yeah,
and
he wanted to get stronger.
Spoiler, it definitely didn't work out. So now it makes sense.
He got stronger.
He definitely got stronger, but he didn't get strong enough.
He got free.
He did get free. Anyways, I enjoyed it.
Also, though, like keep this in mind is that the anime heavily underplayed what happens in the show.
I'm sure.
Or, like
in
the
actual
manga.
Yeah,
because
I'm sure.
there's that one fight where he's fighting Toka's brother, and he literally broke every single bone in his body, starting with his hand, and he just
Yeah.
like just started doing it slowly. But in the anime, he just like punches him and then he flies away.
Yeah, I think I watched in season 2. I actually was watching English and I switched to Japanese because there's an episode where one of the twins, she gets a bunch of knives thrown in her by Ray. He has a different name too, but the boy with the scythe.
Yeah,
love him. He's an awesome character. You would love him. He's dope. He's right up your alley, Alec. Ray's
he was
sick.
also tortured.
Yeah, he was also tortured. Yeah, and he's crazy. He's so cool. But he threw a bunch of knives into her and they blurred out the knives. And I just immediately turned it off. I was like,
You're like,
I was
no.
like, nope, not doing it. Going
Why
and
would they
watching
do that?
Japanese. Not
That's
doing
dope.
it. Not doing the American version.
Yeah.
Screw that.
I don't know, especially like for a show like that
yeah,
is
it's
heavily
like-
gored.
it's cool.
I remember I watched it on, I think it was Toonami, and then every time there's like blood or something, they showed it into like the negative color scheme.
Yeah. it's
I
weird.
was like, no,
Stop.
I'm just gonna watch this on like the
Interwebs.
internet. Yeah, like
Alright.
it was dumb.
What else we
Well,
got?
aside from like, because we're kind of just like talking about like shows that were already a thing, and then like now they
There's
came
some
back.
new ones.
There are some new ones. I wanted to talk about what Uma Musume,
What's that one?
the horse girl.
Horse Girl.
Yeah.
My new favorite anime.
Oh man.
The title doesn't
Does it-
give off like a nice.
It's honestly 10 out of 10
Uma-
best
Uma
anime
Musume.
ever.
It's honestly not a terrible show. That's the
It's-
weird thing.
It's not
like a weird,
awful, but it's not
like-
good.
But just what? Okay, so here's the show. Okay, so you have horse races in our world. Now imagine if the horse races were like girls.
But they were like cute, pretty
Yeah,
pretty.
they were super pretty.
There's not one ugly one.
Not yet.
But they're horses.
Yeah, no.
No?
Well, they're horse girls. They have horse
Oh.
ears,
They have horse
Oh.
ears and they can run like horses.
and they can talk, and they wear pants. They go to school and stuff.
They all have their own like cute little hairstyles.
Yeah,
Like My Little Pony.
Yes.
yeah. So basically, like, picture if My Little
So an
Pony
anime
had, like,
version.
was
My Little
Humanoid.
Pony.
Yeah,
Humanoid.
humanoid.
And basically, the bronies and the I forget what the female version is are just loving this thing right now.
yeah.
The bronies.
I forget,
Yeah.
there's a female version. They're called sister ponies or something like that.
Cystonies,
Something like that.
Cispones.
I just feel like it's a show to sell plushies
It's a weird
because
show.
I want a plushie.
Yeah.
I want the girl main character, little cute little horse plushie. It's adorable. It's an adorable show. The animation's good.
The animation is not terrible. The show is not terrible either. That's the weird part. Is like I will keep watching this show because it's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
It's
like,
like, this is my review of the show is pretty girls, anime girls, cute outfits, horse races, underdog story, pop stars.
What? Yeah, because they're pop idols. At
Guess
the
what
end.
happens? Yeah, when they win, you become a pop idol and you do a musical number at the
Yeah.
end. At the end of the race, if you win,
Yeah, what I thought was what
Yes.
makes me like the show
It
is that
happens.
I'm like, even though they're girls, I'm still imagining them being horses. Like when that dude walks up and he's like touching the calves.
It was
of
so
the chick,
creepy.
Like I'm imagining him touching the calves of a horse, and then he gets kicked, and then I was like, yeah, that's exactly what would happen if you did that to a horse.
Or
that
if
horse
you-
would
Or just
kick
anyone
you.
in
or
general.
anyone in general.
Well, yeah, or anyone in general, but it's just like it's just
He
kind
gets
of funny
kicked
to me.
like super far.
Yeah.
though, 'cause
Yeah.
she got like powerful legs.
Yeah, because she's a
'Cause
horse.
she's a
girl.
horse.
It's,
Yeah.
it's got a really quirky vibe. Like it's hard to hate the show. It's like
It's
when the
charming.
guy's like, "Oh, you're gonna be late," and she's like, "It's okay. I love running.
Yeah,
I'm a
I'll
horse
run."
girl." And like she
Yeah.
just runs super fast because she's a horse.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a weird show.
Does it seem more like targeted towards like a younger audience, or like
No,
what Sergio
it-
said, kind of like towards the bronies?
No, not even.
Not-
it's just
I don't- it's-
it's just one of the like
It's the cutesy
how,
anime.
like how to keep a mummy. Like that's
Yeah, it's
that's
cutesy
just, that's
anime.
also a cutesy anime.
It's
Like
fun.
it's just a show that you want to watch. You want to or like there's also Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. That's not really targeted towards like a specific audience. You just watch it because it's kind of cute.
Yeah.
It's like one of the most cute
Yeah.
lolly characters ever.
But we're men, so we don't watch those shows. We drink beer.
I watched the show.
Grow beards.
I love Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
I don't never those type of shows never really interest me too much. So.
Well, they're not for you.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel,
that-
I
that's
feel
what I'm saying,
I feel
like,
like
you're-
Pokemon
you're
was a
kind of-
cutesy anime a lot of times too.
but
No.
I don't know.
No?
No,
I thought-
Ash
yeah.
died.
He did
die.
die.
He died a couple of
He died a couple
times.
times.
Charmander almost died.
Yeah.
All right, like
I said sometimes.
There-
The show's been going on for a long time.
But
There
at
were
the same time,
moments-
we were kids.
It's
too,
easy to
and Pokemon
cherry
came
pick.
out.
Okay,
I'm
bye-
talking about when
bye
it started for
Butterfree.
us. Okay, yeah, I almost
Butterfree.
cried.
I almost cried on
I
that
almost
episode.
cried.
It was so cute, little
I was
Butterfree.
like-
finally evolved, and then like I want to go with its friend, its
Nah,
mate, and I was like,
like-
no.
I like that. I like that song that they play like every
Dude,
time. Like
so depressing.
we'll be friends and our dreams come
Oh,
true.
Yo,
God.
if you guys have not seen the episode Bye Bye Butterfree, watch that. That is the saddest
Featuring
Pokemon.
Hank Hill.
Featuring don't watch that version. Don't watch the troll version.
That one's great, dude.
Butterfree.
Hi, Dad.
I'm okay, Dad. We'll have to post that on Twitter
Oh,
later.
man,
Remind
yeah.
me to post that on Twitter.
Okay.
The Hank Hill version.
What else? What else is another show? That's out here?
Persona 5.
Yeah, Persona 5.
You need a beer?
Yeah.
Persona 5 is a video game.
Yep,
If
I
you
beat
guys
it.
don't know, it's a
I'm a huge Shin Megami
PlayStation
Tensei fan.
video game.
Yeah.
If you're familiar.
Yeah, but Persona is the 5th installment of the Persona series. There are several Persona shows out there, and there's also a couple of movies, so do not confuse it. This is, in fact, Persona 5. So, that being said, it is obviously...
First episode just aired.
Yeah, the first episode just aired, and it is obviously a anime adaptation of the video game story.
Really?
The first episode really did a great job of summing up what took us 3 hours.
Yeah, because I haven't beaten it
minutes.
yet, but I'm about 70 hours into the 100-hour
Yeah.
game. Oh my god.
Yeah, like it took me 92 hours. to
Yeah,
beat
the
game.
first episode was definitely like a fast forward, which is good because I'm glad it's gonna be like what, around 12 episodes.
Yeah.
Good for me.
Maybe 26.
Maybe 26
Maybe
the most.
24.
It could be definitely because
If they
there's
go
a lot.
for the true ending, there's like 5 different endings.
Yeah,
So,
I think they should go around 24 just for the story's sake because
Yeah.
my biggest, like, if I had a gripe would be that it felt a little rushed, but it's like at the same time, what else could they do? There's so much
Yeah.
to go over.
and we always talk about this too.
Yeah,
because
so
like,
hard.
Because I know because I remember when I told you like one of the characters that I decided to date in the show because
Yeah.
the game also has like this weird dating sim or whatever.
On the back of the box,
Yeah.
it says you can go to school. You
Yeah.
can hang out with your friends. You
Does it
can
say
go
that
to
on
work.
the back of the box? You have the box?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
just read it somewhere.
Okay.
I
Well,
think actually, you know who? Someone made fun of it. I think it was like Jimmy Kimmel or something like that.
Oh, okay.
It was
Well,
on
yeah.
some late show.
yeah, because you can do that. In
But
all
it is on the
Persona
back of the
games.
box.
Anyways, the show has like this weird dating sim, and I decided to date one of the first
It's a life
characters that
sim.
you introduced or that you're introduced to
Yeah.
in the
She
story.
sucks.
However, I remember I told you that she was the first female that you meet. That's actually not true. First female you meet is actually the doctor, and you
Yes.
saw the doctor,
Yeah.
but they didn't interact.
Yeah. No interaction.
So they seriously just skipped right through that. So
Yep.
I feel like what they're gonna do in the show is just forget all like the side character
just glaze
interactions.
over characters.
Just
Yeah.
like even the guy that you buy the guns from or the
They,
weapons.
they can glaze over him
yeah,
easily.
like I feel like they're just gonna
I
have
don't
that
even
scene
talk
where
to
they
that
go
guy.
to the store and then like that's
He'll be
it.
there.
Yeah, he'll be like because obviously
I
you go
hope they
there.
don't
I
take
feel
the
like they go to
doctor
store
out though
once.
because she's a really interesting story.
I don't think that they're gonna do.
I don't think
use
they're
her.
gonna do her either.
I don't think they're gonna
There's
use
no
her.
point. She's not an integral part of the story. I
Yeah.
just think her story is interesting.
Like they showed her, but then like there's but that's one of my main things about this show. Doing a video game adaptation that is so long
100 hours
into a show. They only have enough time
to focus on the main story.
to focus on the main story.
Characters.
And
Yeah. Who do you hope he dates?
I don't think he's gonna date anybody.
Ooh, I know that's
Yeah.
people are saying.
I mean, they might go a different route, like maybe,
Makoto.
like maybe,
Makoto,
because I know in
Makoto.
Persona 4, in the original Persona 4 series,
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't date anybody. In Persona 4 Golden, he kind of goes towards the extra character that they added in the remake, so it made more sense.
Yeah.
But in Persona 5, they might just say, you know what, screw it. We're gonna go with our own story. They already gave the character a different name.
All I know is Anne's a basic bitch. I don't like Anne.
Yeah, I mean that's you. That was my girlfriend. That was
Makoto's my
video game
favorite.
girlfriend.
Just kidding. Futaba's actually my favorite, but she's too young.
She's 14.
young.
and I
She's
think-
just cool.
I think the main character is like 17.
I just go in the game. I just go to watch movies with her and hang out and talk about nerd stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
she's like the most interesting character. Like I'm like, yeah, Ryuji's cool.
I think it's just because you relate to her though.
Yeah, I'm like she's like a straight neat.
Yeah,
she like
she's
just sits
shut
in a room, plays
sits-
video games, and
sits on her computer.
as
all
a
day.
hacker. She's cool.
Yeah, but the show did make me want to watch from the first episode. I did get enough entertainment from this, but like I said before, this is kind of just like a fan.
Alex,
It's a show for the fans.
it's easy for us because
Yeah.
we're fans already, so it's already know what's going on. I already like it. But from the outside looking in, Alex never played Persona 5.
Not at all.
How did you feel about the first episode?
You'd
It
be
was
like,
a-
do I have to watch the other Personas?
I mean, that was my initial thing too, because when I was asking Shelby, I was like, "Yo, there's movies," I didn't know that. I didn't know there's other TV shows about
Yeah,
it too.
well, it's all.
Is it all linked?
It's all its own story. Well, yeah, that's what you find out in this episode is that they made a callback to one of the main characters in Persona 4, Naoto Shirogane, and then there's a poster of like a girl, a pop idol. She's a very popular pop idol as well in Persona 4.
So same universe, new story.
Rise, she's a popular character, and then in Persona 4 you find out that it's connected to Persona 3. So yes, all of them are eventually connected.
Canon.
Yes.
How'd you feel about the episode watching it?
Like
Persona 5.
At the beginning was cool. The beginning scenes of him like trying to like I don't know whatever
Was it
they were
hard
doing.
to follow?
No, I mean it wasn't too hard. Just because like I remember seeing like some of the gameplay from you and Shelby playing.
You
So I
remember
did. I was
us,
like, oh, I know
walking
some
around
of
in
these.
the mall talking.
So I remember some of the characters. What's it called? I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
agree.
ending scene was cool when he rips off his mask. I was like, what the shit?
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The best part of the game is like whenever a new character gets a new persona, they have to rip the mask off.
It's
So
it's
blood starts-
part of their flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't know any of that. I was like, whoa, this is kind of cool. But
I agree.
I figured. I don't. That caught my attention, so I probably will still keep watching.
And then the
it,
show
honestly.
ended right there.
Yeah, just right there.
Yeah.
Jesus, the biggest.
He gets Arsena, and then it just ended.
I thought it was
like,
cool though.
oh.
I mean, like I said, I'll probably
huge
gonna keep
tease.
watching it. I'll watch it since it is an ongoing show, and I don't have to like go back and watch all like
All the
you know what I
previous
mean?
episodes.
'Cause
It's easy to jump in.
that was very discouraging to me for most animes. I'm just like, man, I hate having to start this. I don't know
Over
why, but
again.
it was just really annoying.
You got to play catch up sometimes.
Yeah, but
That's
I
why I
mean,
like Tokyo Ghoul because literally it was 12 episodes of season 2, and I just burned through that in like a couple days.
I could probably do that for
Yeah.
sure. I gotta find some time.
But anyways, yeah.
But no, it was cool. I
That's how I
enjoyed
feel
it.
about Star Wars, and you guys keep trying to make me watch Star Wars.
This
I
is a
never
different
said-
story. It's a different podcast, bro. But I'll roast you on another podcast when I watch Star Wars. But not here.
I've accepted the fact that you don't watch Star Wars simply because you've never watched Lord of the Rings, and
I
I've never
still
gonna watch
secret-
Lord of the
I
Rings.
still
know
secretly
everything
fucking
that
hate you.
happens. Okay. I was like, okay.
Get out.
As we're about to move in,
I
together.
actually put a piece of rat poison in every beer you drink, hoping that one day,
a piece, just a cube.
just a little tiny sliver that hopefully one day it'll add up.
Dumb.
You're a horrible human being,
man.
Sergio.
Anyways,
What's next?
Next show was Caligula.
Which I did not watch.
I
Neither
watched
did
it.
I.
I watched a lot of anime this week.
Well, there's so much coming out this spring, and a lot of it looks cool. Like Caligula, I sent you.
Yeah.
And then you watched it, I didn't, which is
Yeah.
funny.
I watched it.
It looks cool.
And
What'd you think? Let me know.
It's a psychological show.
What'd that mean?
Like it's
And make me think about stuff?
there's a lot of philosophy
Okay.
going on. Like the
Like
character,
Death Note?
the character kind of like Death Note. The character is constantly quoting like these famous quotes from philosophers. He starts talking about like just philosophical ideas and stuff like
Isn't
that.
Caligula a philosopher? Who's Caligula? It's a historical figure.
Yes,
Google that.
yes, but
Let me get my phone.
it's definitely like that kind of show that makes you think because it just starts at some point it just starts turning into a mind trip and you're just like I can't follow right now. Like I seriously had to take a break from the show because I was watching it for 15 minutes and it felt like I was watching it for an hour only because like they just kept throwing in all these ideas and stuff and they were just like, oh well,
Yeah,
like,
that sounds tight.
like what if you were a fish and but you were preying on the smaller fish but there's a glass in the middle so every time that you're hungry you keep slamming into the glass but then eventually the glass gets removed. Are you still going to keep slamming into the glass? No, because you still believe that there's glass there. So it talked about like creatures of habit and stuff like that and then I was just like, whoa, all right, first of all, this is way too much for me to process. What does this have to do with the show?
I'm
This
way
is
too high right now.
Yeah, this is making me think about life. I was just like, oh man, wait.
Caligula
Okay,
was a
I gotta
Roman
walk
emperor.
away.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, I gotta walk away, and there were like another 9 minutes left of the show. I come back, and it felt like I watched a whole nother episode in that next 9 minutes.
I don't know if that's a good
And-
thing.
right? Like it,
I don't know.
because it just
I'm gonna watch
it,
it. but-
it just got crazy. Like
Okay.
it went from the character living a normal everyday life to things just starting to get like repeated, and then he was just like, wait, I'm pretty sure we just lived this day before. And then he was like, you know what? Never mind. I'll just go to sleep. We'll just go ahead and go on about our lives. And then he goes back to school, and then people start turning into monsters and killing each other. And then like this one dude who's just punching everybody in the face, and you're just like, what's going on? And then kind of like what happened to Persona 5. Next episode, find out what happens next. You don't know what's going on.
on the next
Get
time
ready.
on Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Z.
He's still transforming. But yeah,
Right on. That sounds trippy.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Caligula is definitely like
that's
a
a
psychological
new one.
show.
You can just jump into that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's on VRV, right?
It's a brand new show. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's also a couple of the shows that are like this. There's like Chaos Head that is super psychological. Oh my god, I'm not watching that ever again. And then there's
it's like those one timers.
yeah, that's one show where I'm just like I don't
Just
want to
makes you
talk about
uncomfortable.
I don't want to talk about quantum theory.
Oh
And-
yeah, no. Or quantum mechanics.
Yeah, like I just want to watch.
Quick
An
side.
anime.
I heard a scientist who's a quantum mechanics scientist on Joe Rogan, and he's like, basically, if you think you understand quantum mechanics,
You don't understand.
you don't
it.
understand quantum mechanics.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Sounds
fuck.
about right.
I was like, then why am I listening to this? Anyways,
But yeah,
so
like,
I feel why you
right,
feel that
yeah,
way.
right when you think you know what's happening in the show, you don't really know what's happening in the
Yeah.
show anymore. So it's just like, yeah, no, this
Apparently,
this
that is
ridiculous.
quantum mechanics.
Yeah. But
Sounds interesting. I don't know. I thought that episode was pretty dope. But anyways, that's different.
Yeah,
That's different.
another
That was a great episode.
yeah, another new show that you were actually able to just hop right in on is Gun Gale. It is a spin-off of Sword Art Online.
Yeah,
Therefore,
yeah.
you don't have to watch Sword Art Online.
I heard about that this like yesterday when you texted it. I didn't even know
Yeah.
it was a thing, and then you texted me. And I looked it up. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I liked Gun Gale Online.
the story.
The original story.
Okay,
You didn't like it?
it was okay.
Okay. How's this one?
It's okay. It's interesting only because you got this character, and she's playing this game, and for some reason is really good, but she doesn't know she doesn't know strategy. So she has another backup character.
It's a completely different character.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's spin-off.
Oh, okay.
Kirito and Asuna, all of them.
Yeah, they're not in it.
They practically don't exist. Like they don't even mention them
Oh, okay.
at all. They're just like, yeah, no. So there was this game called Sword Art. Well, guess what? There's this game called Gun Gale. We're playing this.
Oh.
Like they screw the other games.
So the people
Yeah.
in this one never played Sword Art.
No, they play Gun Gale.
Oh, okay.
Like they, well, I mean, I don't know if they played Sword Art. I don't know if they were ever part of that. They don't really talk about that. It's the first
Okay.
episode so far, but they're just like, yeah, no, we're gonna play this. It's about Gun Gale. The show's called Gun Gale Online, so we're playing Gun Gale. So you have this character who is
Wait, what are they playing?
playing Gun Gale. So you have this character
Keep going.
who is like really good at the game. She has like really high stats, but she knows nothing about strategy. So she has a backup character who is not a backup character, but she has a partner who
I was about to say,
is-
like, she controls both?
yeah, no, she has a partner
Okay.
who is very good at strategy. He probably does this like in some sort of professional living. Like maybe he does like SWAT work or something. So he's telling them like, yeah, no, well, this is a strategy that you should do. Like, make sure that you don't just rush out there or whatever. Like, this is like it's a shooter game. So
What you didn't
what I
realize it's
yeah.
called Gun Gale.
Not a lot of people.
Or you're
like,
hiding
what's-
under a
What's
rock.
the Gale for? But like, what I really liked
I
about
don't know.
this though
Good point.
is that we have a lot of games coming out right now,
Yeah.
like PUBG,
Sure.
and just battle royale titles in general, Fortnite and all
That's
that
literally
stuff.
what Gun Gale is.
And that is what Gun Gale Online is.
Yeah.
So I thought this was really cool, and it fit, and it's relative to what we were doing now, and that's why I was like, huh.
But
this
it's
is actually
as
an
good
interesting
as,
show.
Is it as good as Fortnite?
Gun Gale.
Yeah. So
sorry.
it's actually like not a bad show. It's actually
That's cool.
It was cool. It was cool watching it because then like they fight a group that is, I guess they use the game to train in real life. I get like maybe they're a SWAT team. I don't really know, or maybe they're just like special ops. And the moment that it starts getting too unrealistic for them, they just quit. They're just like, yeah, that's not how a real human moves. So this isn't good training for us. So we're done. Yeah, but they were really good. Like
For the
they
main
were-
character and his and her partner.
No,
What you're talking
they're-
about? Or just in
they're-
general?
Well, she again is really good at the game,
Uh-huh.
but she knows nothing about strategy. Her backup character knows strategy and just uses this character as a diversion all the time. The main character, and they're going against a team that is like maybe they do this in real life, like maybe they are a SWAT team, maybe they are some sort of special ops, but like this other character, she's like got really high stats. She moves stupid fast. They were fighting her. She killed like 3 of the characters, and then they were just like, "Yeah, that's not how a person moves. So this isn't helpful for us."
This isn't real.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what
Like-
you're saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they could have been like training for Specs Ops.
Yes,
like,
that's what they
interesting.
they use the game to help them.
Now
train
I'm
in
understanding.
real life. I
Because that's-
said that.
I know, but,
Oh,
but it's hard to understand when you're talking about an anime, like to relate to real world. But it makes sense because, I mean, that's how paintball was invented.
Yeah,
was for, like,
it's a simulator.
the army,
for them.
yeah.
yeah.
Now I get where you're going.
Yeah,
That's
they
interesting.
use these characters in the anime, use this game to train in real life.
Hold on, one more time. I don't think I understand.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Let's keep going. So Gun Gale, solid meh.
I'm gonna keep watching it
Okay, cool.
because
That's a good
it's
sign.
it's interesting. They show what the player or the controlling player looks like, and I was like, okay, like that really matters. Okay, because it was I know in Sword Art Online, like that was one of the big things. Is like, oh well, we're not gonna let you play as your custom avatar. We're gonna make you all look like the way that you do in real life.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, so why is that a big deal? Like, it was kind of funny because you had that one character that's a chick that was
Actually, a guy.
Yeah, that was actually a guy. You had this one character that was trying to date that chick.
Yeah.
And then it was.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. It was very funny. They're like, wait, you're not a girl.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, you're not 16.
Yeah.
So,
that part was pretty
yeah,
funny.
that part was funny. The fun fact, they actually stayed together throughout the entire series. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see them at the
I
end
can
of the
trust you.
series.
I can
Yeah.
trust you.
But yeah, it's just like when you have that real face, just like it is in real life, it doesn't really matter. It's just it all comes down to can you play good at the game?
All right, get good.
Yeah, get good.
Get good. There's some other shows going on, some honorable mentions for me. Something because that's pretty much all I watched. I think I watched. Oh, actually, one more thing I watched, which is technically last season, but this season for America on Netflix. And then what's that show called, Shelby?
Violet Evergarden.
Violet Evergarden. Pretty good show. I enjoyed it.
Same.
I'm like in episode 6 because it's Netflix, so you can just burn through it all. But I've been burning the midnight oil, I guess, on other shows and other things. But as far as 6 episodes, I really like the show. I feel like the first episode, it just came out with a really big boom. It was awesome. I love the direction they're going. How it's about this character that had like this very intense, like warlike past. I don't want to spoil too much.
I need to watch this show in 4K TV.
Oh yeah, the animation's amazing. We'll get there. But basic story is very intense past. They could have done a whole anime on just the past, but I love how it's the aftermath of basically this World War II character.
And it's a lot more slower paced.
And it's really slow paced. It has a lot of character development. I think it's really interesting. I really love how they're kind of doing something a little different. Not saying we've never seen something like this before, but with the art direction as well. Huh?
I was just naming another show that's slow paced.
With the art direction as well, and like the character development, it's a beautiful anime. I would describe it as a beautiful anime. Like it's sweet, it's charming, it looks really nice, and on a 4K TV, ooh, like that flower shop, the tea shop.
Oh yeah.
There's like, oh man, the tea shop. It looked like they spent like 10 hours on just this like 2-second, 3-second scene of just the outside of this like tea shop.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
I was telling Alec that one thing that I really appreciate of the show is that the subtle characters still manage to stand out. Like there's that old dude who just walked into the shop and he was like, "Yeah, no, I can't write, so I need you to write this for me." And you see him for like less than 2 minutes, but he still stood out. Like his character looked amazing.
Exactly.
It was like, even though he was wearing just regular farmer clothes, like just the visual aesthetic of the show was pleasing. And I
Every
appreciate
character
that.
has their own facial features. You know, you see a lot of like background characters in animes, and they just kind of like copy and paste like basic outlines and stuff like that. Or some of them are just like a Durarara, where it's just blurred out ass characters. But this show, yeah, everything is like just really, really like on point. It's really cool. It's interesting. It definitely slowed down though.
Around
halfway through the season.
episode
yeah.
I feel
5/6.
I feel like it's just that's the pace that they're trying to keep.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's like it's a slow pace show.
Mhm.
They're not like, look at her type.
Yeah.
She's got to get faster at typing. Like, what more can she do? The whole point of the show is you have this character who doesn't know what to do after the war.
She has no emotion either.
Yeah, but that's because she was designed to be this soldier.
She basically grew up in a war.
Yeah, she grew up in a war lifestyle.
As a
the war,
soldier.
A war orphan.
As a super soldier.
Yeah, and the war's over, and now what else is she gonna do? So she's trying to figure that out. And
Much like most
Trying
veterans.
to learn how to be human.
Yeah.
In a sense. It's cool. I like it.
I think this anime is pretty dope.
You like it? You enjoying it?
I liked it a lot. I need to get, like I said, we're probably on the same exact episode.
I believe so.
But yeah, I need to get back into it. Just
Same. I'm
school
gonna jump
and
back
stuff,
on.
yeah.
I think I finished those 6 episodes all back to back. Just boom, 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 boom.
Me and Shelby, we literally got to episode 5 together.
Nice.
yeah.
And then after that, I got to episode 6, and I was like, all right, gotta get some stuff done.
Another one is Aggressive Suko. Is that what it's called? Is that how you pronounce that?
I think it's aggressive Retsuko.
Aggressive Retsuko. Now,
You
check
you
this,
still
guys.
managed to mess that up.
Yeah, I'm not good at pronouncing things with my mouth. So Aggressive
what that mouth
Retsuko,
do?
I haven't watched it yet. This is an honorable mention for me because I watched the trailer and it made me laugh. I love it. It's on Netflix, so I'm gonna definitely check that out when I have time. But it's about a red panda, very cartoony style animation, very simple. And this red panda from the trailer has the most boring office job, like most of us. Is annoyed by the coworkers like me, and is just trying.
It's a show about Sergio.
It's a show about me. That's why the panda.
You do kind of look like a panda.
The panda's a female though. It's a red panda.
Oh.
Which are adorable. This character is adorable. And then
if you want
how
reference,
this
think about the fire lemur from Legend of Korra.
yes. So at the end of the day, after all the stress of work, how this red panda relieves its stress is it goes into like these metal karaoke's, paints her face, and just rocks the hell out. That's kind of what the show's about.
Oh, you were telling me about
Just
that.
play. It's like playing death battle, and the little panda's got like face paint. It's just like, rah. It's hilarious, dude. I love it.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. Ooh. Supposedly, I haven't even looked at it. But that's my honorable mention. You got any honorable mention, Shelves?
Overlord 3 is coming back.
Is it coming back?
Yeah, they're doing a third season for Overlord already.
When's that coming?
I still gotta finish that one too.
Well, Overlord 2 just finished like last winter, and
Yeah.
immediately after it ended, the next day they announced that they're doing a third season.
Yeah.
So it'll probably come out in fall.
Right on. Darling the Franks is still going on. You guys
Yeah,
gonna keep
watched
following
it.
that?
Yeah,
I didn't
Yeah,
watch
I haven't seen it yet.
last week's episode or this past
Yeah.
Sunday's episode, but yeah, I'm gonna keep watching it.
Mhm.
I like this show.
Yeah, I watched
It's a
it.
good show.
It was good.
Right on.
It's very, very emotional. It was a flashback episode, but it wasn't a waste of a flashback episode. What I liked about it so far is that when Hero's a kid, he asked a lot of questions, but none of them are getting answered. Kind of like how all we've been doing for this show is asking a lot of questions, and none of them has been getting answered. So I feel like it's just an homage to that. The fact that this show is just a huge
like
overabundance
The
of
creators,
mystery.
they're just like, we hear your complaints, and we're here to give you some answers. Here's some more questions.
April
for you.
Fools.
because he asked like all the questions that we've been asking is just like,
Yeah.
do kids grow up to be adults? Why are you doing that?
Do kids?
What
do
do I
we-
need another injection for?
Do we grow up? Do we have families? Do we also have
family?
Where did we come from?
family?
There's
Well,
all that stuff.
in the
like,
end, it doesn't
it's all
matter
a mystery.
because it's all about two kids fucking in a robot.
It's not though.
Doggy style.
It's not.
Like they don't.
they don't fuck.
Anyways,
All right.
I guess I don't know. Was that it?
Is there anything else for the spring? There's actually a bunch of stuff.
There's
oh
a
my God.
massive amount of
There's a
shows. but
massive
there's,
amount of stuff.
Like
It's too much that it gives me like
Anxiety?
anxiety.
You're like, oh my God, I
I'm like,
can't-
I feel like I'm
I can't watch it
obligated
all.
to watch all of them, but I'm just like, I don't even know where to
watch all of
begin.
So what is your for sure list, Shelby? For sure list.
pretty much
And
everything.
then honorable mentions.
Yeah,
just
pretty
go
much
just go through it real quick.
Well, I was about to. Pretty much everything that like we've mentioned so far. Like
Okay.
definitely gonna watch Persona 5, even though I beat the game and know the story. I got the true ending, but I still want to watch it. It's a show made for the fans of the game. Like it's
Fan service.
What
100%.
one thing that I love about Persona 4 is that they have so many different like re-releases of the game or just different adaptations for it. Somebody was just like, "Oh, and another Persona anime that you did not ask for." He's a sequel to the Persona anime that you also did not ask for. And guess what? If that didn't satisfy you, here's a Persona fighting game that nobody asked for.
And then the dancing game
Yeah,
comes.
and now there's the dancing game. None of this stuff like anybody is asking for, but they just keep pumping it out because
Yeah.
nobody really asked for the anime. Like they just decided to do it. And guess what? There's a Persona 5 dancing game coming out. There's a Persona 5 fighting game coming out, and nobody was like, "Hey, do it."
I did.
Like, no,
I asked for
you
it.
didn't.
When
The
I did
dancing
though.
game?
When I heard when you told me that there was a Persona 4 fighting game, I played it.
fighting
I
game.
loved it. And then you told me there's a Persona 4 dancing game, and I was like, I'd play that. 100%, I'd play that. So you know what?
110%.
I have it.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I
Dude,
have it.
We're gonna stream that. 10 out of
I
10.
have-
When we
I have-
get-
I
when
have
we
the
get some
dancing
bigger
game and I
space.
have the fighting game.
Is it like a mat or what do you do?
No, it's on the
Move controls?
No, it's on the Vita.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like it's just.
Yeah, they're actually talking about putting Persona
we stream
5
that?
on the
I don't know.
the dancing game on the Switch.
Ooh.
Yeah, because Shin Megami Tensei is coming out for the Switch.
Ooh. It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
So they were talking about doing that.
Yes.
But anyways, Persona 5 for sure. I'm gonna keep watching Gun Gale just because like it's an interesting show. Darling in the Franxx I'm gonna keep following. We're gonna finish Food Wars, even though I already know what happens because I read the manga. I'm gonna keep watching My Hero Academia because again, read the manga, still want to know. All these shows that are coming out, like I already know what happens, but I still want to keep.
It's
That's
still
why I
good
like-
to see them in anime.
That's
Yeah.
why I like
in
having you
animation.
on because whenever I talk to like real weebos and otakus, they're like, "But do you read the manga?" And I'm like, "No." But I
Yeah.
like it. That's why I like having you on the show
because
because
I do read the manga.
I feel like you're not a real otaku unless you read manga. So like
So I'm an otaku.
you are, you truly are, you truly are. You are the definition.
You
of
never
otaku.
really read manga before, huh? Or you've
I've
tried?
read manga. Like I mean, guess what manga I've read? All of it.
Naruto?
I've only read one.
Or no?
I've only read one.
Inuyasha.
One book.
Fully Cooley.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
I read that
about to say it's
Posio
fully
manga.
coolly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but I read manga like every week.
I used to read a bunch of manga.
Takes me like 5 minutes.
I subscribed to Shonen Jump. All that stuff.
I go take a
Yeah.
dump
Many years ago.
and then like, I'm done. I read like
Is that your list?
four
I'm
mangas
sure
by
your
the time I
list is
finished taking a dump.
What?
My bad. But yeah, no, my
Mommy.
list is definitely like a lot longer. But there's just a lot of shows
There's
that
so
are out
much
right
stuff.
now.
It's great.
And I've honestly just been going on BRV and like you know how they have like the simulcast thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just click one.
Search- Yes, I watched
Yeah.
Post Girl. Alec, I'm more interested in you because like you have a more casual outlook on this season. So
See.
what is the things that you feel like you have to watch or you want to watch?
Well, I'm gonna try to catch up on Tokyo Ghoul because I've always liked that show from the little clips and episodes that I have seen. I just need to get on it.
Cool.
Persona 5 looks cool because the ending was like made it up for me. I'm gonna keep watching Darling in the Franxx.
You really liked the dude in the Speedo, didn't you?
Yeah, that was me.
Kamoshida's probably still my favorite.
That's straight me.
Out of all the people that you fight,
For anybody like wondering, that's that guy in the underwear
Kamoshida.
with the little crown on
Yeah.
his head and the dope ass robe.
yeah,
That's me in real life.
He's a rapist, but anyways, keep going.
Oh, not the rapist part. I didn't know about that. I'm just talking about walking around in my underwear.
you'll find out that the show is comprised of the 7 deadly sins.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, I thought it was cool. What else? I might check out Gun Gale since it is a separate thing. Like
It'll
it's
be
a,
easy
it's
to
a side
jump in.
storyline
Yeah.
of Sword Art Online. So it's like a fresh start kind of. But I did it.
No, it's an entirely fresh start.
But
Mm-hmm.
that seems a little cool. But I gotta find the time. Literally as soon as like the semester ends, I will have all the time in
Yeah.
the world.
Finals.
Yeah. English has been kicking my ass, man. But I don't know. It's been fun. That's a whole another thing we can talk about later. Not really. Not really.
What are you
I
talking about?
dropped out of school.
You're supposed to be learning Japanese for the podcast.
Yo, dude, I might actually do that. They have a Japanese
Watashi no
class
namae
at
wa Shurubishibu-san desu.
at my college.
What?
Whatever he said.
Yeah.
Yed.
What else is on your list? Is that it?
I think that's
okay,
it.
That's it.
I want to go back to Hokano. I can't say
Hokata
it.
Tokotsu Robin.
Yeah, I want to go
Yeah,
back
we
to
fell
that.
off of that a little bit.
But
didn't
that's
we?
just
I
because
totally
like the last
Ooh, Shelby fell off an anime.
the last episodes
Yeah,
we
no,
saw were
I
just
fell
like
off.
so boring.
Yeah,
though,
I
like-
fell off because it was boring.
Yeah,
and then
but
But I think
there
if
were
we go
other
back
more
to it,
interesting
there
shows.
might be like some episodes that are actually worthwhile.
It started reminding me of Durarara.
Well, it was just because like we already knew about Lynn's backstory, and they decided to do a Lynn episode, and I was like, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Good. So my list is Persona 5. Just I'm terrified of watching that show because I haven't finished the game yet, which I realize so be it.
Surprise.
I'll just try to go for another ending.
Well, again, we don't know if it's the true ending or not. It might
True.
it might do the 60-hour ending,
Hmm.
and then like maybe they'll do what they did with Persona 4, and if for the true ending they did a movie.
Interesting. So Persona 5. I'm probably gonna jump into the Gun Gale one because that one seems kind of interesting. It's easy for me. Tokyo Ghoul. Are you gonna watch that?
Yeah, of course.
I don't remember if that was on your list.
I'm like I'm stupid far in the manga.
Okay, cool. So Tokyo Ghoul.
My bad.
I'm gonna keep watching Violet Evergarden, even that's like last season, but I'm in America, so it's this season for me. And you know what? I'm thinking about jumping into My Hero.
Okay.
So I may
You know,
jump.
you know what show
I may jump on the
needs to,
bandwagon. I may jump on it.
what show needs to hurry up and just get put on Netflix?
But
Nanatsu no Taizai. Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh, Seven Deadly Sins. Oh yeah, is that
Yeah.
season 2? Oh,
Yeah, season 2's been out.
Oh, really?
They're already almost finished with it, but
Oh.
they're waiting until like just
Oh.
like what happened with Violet Evergarden. They're waiting until it finishes so that they can put it on Netflix.
Yeah, I got a website, so I may jump in on that.
they're on like episode
last
11
season?
right now.
It's last season.
Technically, it's still ongoing.
Okay, so it's kind of like Frank's.
Yeah, they started late.
Cool.
But
Cool.
Frank's. I like Darling
I
in
love
the Franks
Seven
because
Deadly Sins.
Darling in the Franks is the original story.
Yeah.
Like we talked about this in another episode. The first episode came out like a week before the first chapter of the manga. So
Oh, yeah, huh?
yeah.
You're telling me
the
about
show.
that.
The
Yeah.
show is ahead.
Which is really interesting.
That's weird that a show started before a manga.
Yo, side note, but I'm finally kind of realizing why today has been a very slow, weird day for me because I got my last immunization shot for my HPV shot. I'm just finally realizing why everything's been in a fucking dazed, like everything's been in a fog. Sorry, I was just kind of like
That
realizing
was
today.
what?
That's why I said side note. I'm just like, yeah, I was just
What
like,
does that have to do with anime?
Should I get
I
that
know.
too?
well, I mean,
I'm worried.
we should have, but not really. It's
I don't
honestly,
have- I don't-
honestly not even
I
that
don't
big
have
of a
health
deal.
insurance. I heard HPV's on the wall, so fuck, I'm probably screwed.
I just don't go to the doctor. I have very good health insurance.
Let's
bad.
talk about health insurance, guys.
Totally.
Let's talk about the state of the Affordable Care Act in this country. I'm just kidding. We're not talking about that.
I don't think any of us know anything about
I just don't care. I don't-
We're
I just
about
said I don't go
45
to the
minutes.
doctor.
Any final thoughts? Anything you want to talk about, Shelby?
Nah, I mean that's pretty much it.
Are you sure?
Because like I said, there are a lot of shows out there right now.
There's nothing you want to.
that. Oh, I got a question. I don't know if you know this or not, Shelby. But is Violet Evergarden continue? Like, is it going to continue after
Is it
this
an
first
ongoing
season?
story?
I hope
Yeah.
not.
I believe it's a concluded story.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
This
That's
is,
cool then.
It's
I hope
one
so.
season and only one.
For sure then.
I'd be upset if it went longer.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
But what did you want to ask me, Sergio?
I don't remember.
Was there because you were like, was there anything you wanted to? And then I was just like,
I don't remember. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
All right, let's close it out.
yeah,
We're at
all
the
right.
time. It's almost 50 minutes, man.
Yeah.
We're there. We're good.
Yeah. So there
We're
you go,
Gucci.
guys. There's a lot of what. There's a lot to watch out there. That's why I
Oh
call
my
this
God.
the Springtime Watch Fest.
It's
Go
terrifying.
ahead and pick a show, or just watch all of them because
Tweet at us.
we did not even
Tweets.
cover all the
No.
shows at all.
It's like Fist of the
DMs.
North Star reboot or
yeah,
something like
there's
that.
a
I don't know.
fifth of the
I'm
North
like,
Star.
dude, I watched that when I was like 8.
Yeah,
I don't
right?
remember what happened. There was
Right?
like heads exploding. I was way too young
Yeah.
to see that. That was like,
Oh my! Like
what?
oh my,
I was like, why are they
no.
rebooting that? I don't want to watch that.
He's like you're already dead before you know it. but
Anyways.
yeah, like just check out a bunch of shows. If we missed anything, you guys want us to check something out so we could talk about it in another episode, please add us on Twitter. Hit us up on Instagram. All of our social media is titled fan.addicts or fan_addicts. And feel free to join us next time on Twitch and join us
Yeah.
on the conversation
And
because
don't forget to
Yeah.
tell Shelby he's pretty. He needs it.
yeah, oh my god, you have no idea. My self-esteem is like super low right now.
It was here.
Yeah,
And now it's like,
it's like
and now it's here.
yeah,
Let's
that-
get it.
like-
And just that much,
yeah, just,
he needs to be back up here.
I need to be above that. I need to excel past that. But thank you guys for the support.
It's really right here.
You can catch us next time. This was your host right now. This is Shelby.
This is Alec.
This is Sergio.
And I got immune today, guys.
And catch you guys next time.
Thank you.